Welcome to Vintage Drive TV. We're about to embark on a hilarious journey through the 30 silliest pickup truck engines of all time. From quirky powertrains to downright bizarre configurations, this video shines a light on the most amusing, and sometimes bewildering, engines that have ever rolled into the pickup world. Join us as we explore a lineup of trucks that boldly defied convention. Ever heard of a diesel-powered El Camino? Or what about a pint-sized pickup sporting a tiny 660cc engine that's more adorable than useful? We'll take a closer look at some truly strange choices, like the front-wheel drive Dodge Rampage, and the delightfully quirky Subaru Baja, which blend the best of cars and trucks in ways you never saw coming. Prepare for plenty of laugh-out-loud moments as we showcase these hilariously impractical engines that left drivers scratching their heads in disbelief. We'll also take a nostalgic trip down memory lane with classic pickups that aimed for greatness but often fell short. Did you know about the turbocharged V6 that turned heads but couldn't pull its weight? We'll share some fascinating tidbits about each of these unforgettable trucks. Whether you're a die-hard truck enthusiast or just someone who enjoys a good chuckle, this video is brimming with entertainment and surprises. We want to hear from you in the comments. Did we miss your favorite silly pickup engine? Let's dive into the wackiest engines that the truck world has to offer. So, grab your favorite snacks, get comfortable, and let's hit the road for a delightful ride through the 30 silliest pickup truck engines ever created. Part of the renowned LS engine family has been a staple in various Chevrolet and GMC trucks, vans, and SUVs since the early 2000s. With a displacement of 5,966 cc, this V8 engine typically produces between 300 and 400 horsepower, along with impressive torque figures ranging from 360 to 420 lb-ft. This power output makes it particularly well suited for tasks requiring strong towing and hauling capabilities, contributing to its popularity in models like the Chevrolet Silverado 1500, GMC Sierra 1500, and larger trucks like the Silverado HD. While the 6.0 LV8 is celebrated for its performance and durability, it is not without its criticisms. Some owners have reported excessive oil consumption, particularly in certain model years, which can raise concerns about long-term reliability. Additionally, while it provides robust power, the engine's fuel economy is not the best, especially in heavier vehicles. There have also been occasional reports of head gasket failures, though these issues are not widespread. Overall, when properly maintained, the GM 6.0 LV8 remains a solid choice for those seeking a reliable and powerful engine in their truck or SUV. Number 29. The 1961 Chevrolet Corvair pickup stands out with its unique rear engine design, setting it apart from more traditional pickups. However, this innovative layout came with its own set of challenges. Under the hood, the Corvair was powered by a small, air-cooled 2.4L flat-six engine that delivered limited horsepower and torque. This made it less capable of tackling heavy hauling or tough work conditions, resulting in performance issues, especially when the truck was loaded down. While the Corvair's compact size and nimbleness made it perfect for navigating city streets, its engine simply didn't have the muscle needed for a truck. Drivers often felt disappointed when the truck couldn't handle tasks that called for a bit more power. To make matters worse, the unconventional rear engine layout affected weight distribution and handling, leading to less stability compared to front engine pickups. In summary, while the Corvair pickup boasted a distinctive and eye-catching design, its engine and layout limited its appeal for those looking for a reliable workhorse. It's a classic example of style over substance, leaving many drivers wishing for a bit more power under the hood. Number 28. The Lada Niva, launched in 1977 with a 1.6 LN4 engine, quickly earned its stripes as a capable off-roader. With its compact design and robust four-wheel drive system, it was perfectly built for conquering rough terrain and navigating challenging landscapes. However, the engine's power output was somewhat modest, which meant acceleration could feel sluggish and top speeds were limited. Definitely frustrating when you're trying to merge onto a busy highway or overtake another vehicle. While the Niva truly shined in off-road conditions, its lack of horsepower made everyday driving a bit of a chore. The rugged construction and straightforward design meant it was built to last, but this durability came at the expense of comfort and refinement. In the end, The Lada Niva excelled in its role as an off-road champion, but many drivers found themselves longing for a bit more power and dynamism when hitting the pavement. It's a classic case of a vehicle that's great for adventure but could leave you wanting more on your daily commute. Number 27, the Dodge Rampage, introduced in 1982, was an intriguing blend of car and pickup boasting a 2.2 Li4 engine. It aimed to offer the best of both worlds, the practicality of a pickup combined with the nimbleness of a car. However, many drivers found the engine to be a bit of a letdown. With modest power output, it struggled to deliver the performance needed for daily driving and handling heavier loads. You really felt its limitations when the Rampage was loaded up or faced steep hills, resulting in sluggish acceleration that made for a frustrating driving experience. While its compact design made it easy to navigate through city streets, the engine's shortcomings kept it from being as versatile as one might hope. Although the Rampage was innovative in concept, many drivers ended up wishing for a bit more punch and capability from under the hood. It's a classic example of a bold idea that didn't quite hit the mark when it came to performance. Number 26, the Kia K2500, launched in 2008, came equipped with a 2.5 LN4 engine that aimed to offer practicality in a compact pickup package. However, this small engine often found itself struggling to provide the power needed for tougher tasks. With limited horsepower, the K2500 fell short when it came to handling heavier loads or climbing steep hills, making it less ideal for those who needed a true workhorse. While its compact size and fuel efficiency made it great for city driving, the engine's performance limitations could be frustrating for anyone looking for a more capable pickup. In competitive markets, where more powerful options were readily available, this lack of muscle really hindered its appeal. Overall, while the K2500 excelled in maneuverability and practicality, many drivers ended up wishing for a bit more oomph to meet their everyday needs. It's a classic case of a truck that could have been a solid contender but fell short in the power department. Number 25, the Mazda B-Series from the 1990s, equipped with a 2.0 Li4 engine, faced quite a bit of criticism for its lackluster performance. Designed to be a practical and economical compact pickup, it struggled to meet the demands typically expected from a truck. Drivers often found acceleration frustratingly slow, especially when the truck was fully loaded or climbing steep hills, which really limited its usefulness. The engine's lack of torque also meant it fell short in towing capacity, making it less reliable for hauling trailers or heavier equipment. Definitely disappointing for anyone needing a dependable workhorse. Plus, the overall driving experience was affected by a noticeable lack of responsiveness, which took away from the fun of driving. In the end, while the B-Series provided good maneuverability and a comfortable ride, the weak engine really held it back from being the practical pickup many drivers were hoping for. It's a classic example of a truck that looked good on paper, but just didn't deliver when it mattered most. Number 24, the Chevrolet LUV's 1.8 Li4 engine from 1972 came with a host of challenges that made it a tough sell in the pickup truck market. Its underwhelming performance left drivers struggling to handle heavy loads and achieve decent acceleration, which was frustrating for anyone expecting a robust driving experience. Fuel efficiency was another major drawback. This engine didn't deliver competitive mileage, making it less economical to operate compared to both contemporary pickups and modern standards. Plus, reliability issues frequently arose, especially under the demanding conditions typical of pickup use, where durability is key. On top of that, the engine produced noticeable vibrations and noise, resulting in a less comfortable ride that detracted from the overall driving experience. The lack of advanced technology and features only added to its shortcomings, making it less appealing for drivers looking for both performance and efficiency. Ultimately, these issues led to a perception of the LUV as a subpar choice for a pickup, especially when more powerful and efficient alternatives were available. It's a classic case of a truck that just didn't quite live up to expectations. Number 23, the 2003 Dodge Ram 2500, featuring a robust 5.9 LV8 engine, was designed to impress with its power and towing capacity, making it a go-to option for heavy-duty tasks. However, its reputation took a hit due to significant reliability issues that left many owners frustrated The model became notorious for its reliability issues, which included frequent transmission failures that left many owners facing costly repairs. Engine concerns, such as rough idling and significant oil consumption, further compounded the frustrations for drivers. Additionally, electrical gremlins and suspension problems added to the list of potential headaches. While the Ram 2500 offered impressive capabilities, prospective buyers should carefully consider these drawbacks, prioritizing a comprehensive inspection and service history review to avoid the pitfalls that many previous owners encountered. Ultimately, while it remains a powerful option, the vehicle's long-term reliability should be a significant factor in the buying decision. Number 22, the Nissan Hardbody, featuring a 2.4 LN4 engine in the 1990s, was well regarded for its reliability and durability, often running well into high mileage without major issues. However, its underpowered engine limited its effectiveness for serious truck tasks, such as heavy towing or hauling. Drivers found the performance lacking. Frequent reports of transmission problems, especially when towing heavy loads, resulted in costly repairs that could drain your wallet. On top of that, engine performance issues were not uncommon, with failures related to the fuel system and electrical components popping up more often than you'd hope. These reliability concerns overshadowed the truck's impressive strengths, prompting many potential buyers to seek more dependable alternatives. So, while the Ram 2500 had the muscle to get the job done, its long-term reliability problems ultimately made it a less appealing choice in the competitive heavy-duty truck market. It's a classic case of a powerful truck that just couldn't quite deliver the dependable performance drivers were looking for. Number 21, the 1997 Ford F-150 with the 4.2 LV6 engine often struggled to make a strong impression as a full-size truck, largely due to its lackluster performance. While it offered decent fuel economy, the engine just didn't have the power needed for tougher tasks like towing trailers or hauling heavy loads. Many drivers found themselves frustrated with sluggish acceleration, especially when the truck was loaded up, making everyday driving and work tasks feel more challenging than they should have. Plus, the V6 engine couldn't compete with the refinement and torque offered by larger V8 options, which made it less appealing for those in need of a reliable workhorse. The overall driving experience suffered as well. The truck felt less confident and capable compared to competitors with more powerful engines. Even though the F-150 had a solid reputation for durability and a robust build, the 4.2 LV6 engine ultimately held it back in the full-size truck market. As a result, many buyers found themselves looking for models with more powerful engines to meet their needs. It's a classic case of a well-known truck that just didn't deliver the punch drivers were hoping for. Number 20, the 1996 GMC Sierra with the 4.3 LV6 engine faced some tough challenges in living up to the performance expectations of a full-size truck. While this engine was built for efficiency, its smaller size meant sluggish acceleration, making it difficult for drivers to handle heavy loads or tackle towing tasks effectively. Many users found themselves frustrated by the engine's lack of power and torque, especially when they compared it to the more robust V8 options available. This performance shortfall didn't just affect towing and hauling, it also impacted the overall driving experience. Some drivers reported feeling a noticeable lack of responsiveness, which left them feeling underpowered on the road. For those who needed a reliable work vehicle, the Sierra's performance limitations made it less appealing, despite its solid build and reputation for reliability. The underwhelming performance of the V6 engine ultimately held the Sierra back in the competitive full-size truck market. It's a classic case of a truck that had potential, but just didn't deliver the power that many drivers were looking for. Number 19, the 2021 Hyundai Santa Cruz, equipped with a 2.5 Li4 engine, received plenty of praise for its innovative design and practicality, blending the best features of a truck with the comfort of a crossover. However, many drivers felt the engine was a bit underwhelming for a vehicle marketed as a truck. While it handled everyday driving with ease, the lack of torque made it less suited for heavy-duty tasks like towing or hauling substantial loads. This underperformance became especially noticeable when the Santa Cruz was fully loaded or tackling steep hills, resulting in slower acceleration and a feeling of strain. Although it shined in urban environments and offered a smooth ride, the limited power output left some drivers wishing for a more robust truck experience. Ultimately, while the Santa Cruz stood out for its practicality and versatility, the 2.5L engine had some drivers wanting more power for those tougher tasks. It's a classic example of a vehicle that checks a lot of boxes, but may leave you wanting just a bit more when the going gets tough. Number 18. The 2002 Dodge Ram 1500 with the 4.7L V8 engine came under heavy scrutiny for its performance, leaving many drivers disappointed by the power they expected from a full-size truck. While the engine aimed to strike a balance between efficiency and capability, it often fell short, struggling with acceleration, especially when loaded down or towing. This left users feeling frustrated during those demanding tasks when they needed a reliable workhorse. Even though the Ram 1500 boasted a comfortable interior and solid construction, the limitations of the 4.7L V8 engine cast a shadow over its strengths. As a result, many potential buyers began to look elsewhere for trucks that offered better power and performance, which ultimately affected the Ram's reputation in a competitive market. It's a classic case of a truck that had great features, but just didn't deliver the punch drivers were hoping for. Number 17. The 2001 Chevrolet Avalanche, with its 5.3L V8 engine, offered a solid blend of power and versatility, making it a favorite for those who needed a truck that combined utility with comfort. However, it wasn't long before drivers began to voice their concerns about its fuel economy, which many described as dismal given the performance it delivered. While the engine boasted strong towing capacity and good acceleration, that power came at a cost: high fuel consumption. This made the Avalanche less economical for daily driving, and the hefty frame combined with that powerful V8 meant it guzzled more gas than many competitors with similar capabilities. For owners seeking a more efficient option, this was a source of frustration, especially during long trips, or when the truck was fully loaded, as fuel costs could add up quickly. Ultimately, despite its strengths in versatility and innovative design, the Avalanche's poor fuel economy overshadowed its appeal in a market that increasingly prioritized efficiency. It's a classic example of a truck that had a lot going for it, but fell short when it came to keeping costs at the pump in check. Number 16. The 2011 Nissan NV1500, featuring a 4.0L V6 engine, aimed to blend the utility of a truck with the practicality of a van. However, it often struggled to deliver the power that drivers expect from a pickup. While the engine handled light-duty tasks adequately, many found it lacking, especially when it came to towing or hauling heavier loads. Drivers reported that the NV1500's V6 engine just didn't provide the torque needed for a satisfying driving experience, leading to sluggish acceleration, particularly when the vehicle was fully loaded. This made it less suitable for anyone looking for a true workhorse to tackle demanding jobs. The overall driving experience suffered, leaving some users feeling that the van-based design compromised the performance usually associated with traditional pickups. Despite its advantages in interior space and comfort, the NV1500's insufficient power ultimately limited its appeal in a competitive truck market. It's a classic case of a vehicle that had great ideas behind it, but just didn't deliver the punch when it came to power and performance. Number 15, the 1993 Toyota T100, equipped with a 3.4L V6 engine, earned a reputation for its reliability and solid build quality. However, it faced some real challenges when it came to towing and heavy-duty performance, largely due to a lack of torque. While the engine delivered decent horsepower, many drivers found it just wasn't enough for serious towing tasks, leading to frustration when trying to haul trailers or heavy loads. This deficiency in torque made the T100 feel underpowered, especially on inclines or when accelerating from a stop with a load. While it was a dependable choice for everyday driving and light-duty tasks, those who needed a truck for more demanding jobs often felt let down by its performance. It's a classic example of a vehicle that shines in reliability, but just doesn't quite measure up when it's time to get serious with heavy lifting. Number 14, Chrysler's 3.9 LV6 engine from the 1990s faced plenty of criticism, especially when it was paired with heavier vehicles like the Dodge Dakota and other mid-sized trucks. While it provided decent fuel economy, it just didn't deliver the torque needed for effective towing and hauling, leaving drivers feeling a bit underwhelmed, especially when the vehicle was loaded up. Acceleration was sluggish, which could be frustrating during everyday driving or when trying to merge onto highways. You really felt its limitations in situations that called for more power, like climbing steep hills or tackling off-road terrain. As competition in the truck market ramped up, many buyers began to gravitate toward models with larger, more powerful engines that promised better performance and capability. Despite its reputation for reliability, the 3.9 LV6's lackluster performance ultimately limited its appeal, nudging consumers toward options that could more effectively meet their needs for power and utility. It's a classic case of a solid engine that just couldn't keep up with the demands of the modern truck market. Number 13, the Chevy El Camino from the 1980s, featuring a 4.3 LV6 engine, often felt like it was trying to fit into the wrong crowd. Designed for utility but built on a mid-size car platform, the engine just didn't pack the punch expected from a pickup. Many drivers found the performance lacking, with insufficient power and torque that made hauling and towing a challenge. Under load, the V6 really struggled, leading to sluggish acceleration and an overall sense of underperformance, especially when compared to the larger V8 options available at the time. This left the El Camino feeling less appealing for anyone needing a true work vehicle. To make matters worse, the engine's car-like traits created a driving experience that didn't resonate with traditional truck enthusiasts who craved something more rugged and capable. While the El Camino certainly had its own unique charm, the limitations of the 4.3 LV6 engine ultimately held it back, making it feel a bit mismatched for its intended role as a pickup. It's a classic example of a vehicle that tried to blend in but just didn't quite hit the mark when it came to delivering the utility that drivers were looking for. Number 12, the 2003 Subaru Baja, powered by a 2.5 LH4 engine, felt more like a car than a truck, and that really impacted its performance. While the Baja's unique design and versatile cargo space caught the eye of some drivers, the engine's limited power left many feeling it fell short for a vehicle marketed as a pickup. Acceleration was modest, and the lack of torque made it struggle with heavier loads and towing tasks, leading drivers to think it just wasn't cut out for serious truck duties. The Baja's driving dynamics leaned more toward compact car comfort, offering a smooth ride but sacrificing the ruggedness and capability you'd expect from a truck. Sure, it excelled in fuel efficiency, but that came at the expense of performance, making it less appealing for those who wanted a more powerful and versatile work vehicle. Ultimately, the combination of a small engine and car-like characteristics limited the Subaru Baja's appeal in the crowded compact truck market. It's a classic case of a vehicle that looked great on paper, but just didn't deliver the punch when it came to getting the job done. Number 11, the 2005 Honda Ridgeline, featuring a 3.5 LV6 engine, was celebrated for its innovative design and versatile features, like the handy in-bed trunk and unique dual-action tailgate. However, when it came to the power that pickup truck drivers expect, the engine often fell a bit short. While it offered decent horsepower for everyday driving, many found it lacking in torque, especially for towing and hauling heavier loads. This made the Ridgeline feel underpowered in situations that demanded more muscle, like climbing hills or when fully loaded with cargo. Though the driving experience was smooth and car-like, it didn't quite capture the ruggedness that traditional pickup buyers often crave. And while the Ridgeline did excel in fuel efficiency compared to its truck counterparts, the engine's performance limitations led some drivers to explore other options with more powerful engines. Ultimately, despite its innovative features and comfortable ride, the Ridgeline's 3.5 LV6 engine held it back in the competitive pickup market, particularly among those in search of a true workhorse. It's a great example of a vehicle that brought some fresh ideas to the table, but just didn't have the oomph when it came to heavy lifting. Number 10. The 1990s Daihatsu Hijet, sporting a charming little 660cc engine, was the epitome of cuteness and a favorite for bustling urban environments. However, when it came to serious truck work, this pint-sized powerhouse fell short. Its compact size and lightweight design made it a breeze to navigate through city streets, but the limited power meant it struggled with heavier loads and towing tasks. While the Hijet truly shined in city driving and offered impressive fuel efficiency, it simply wasn't up to the challenge for anything beyond light-duty jobs. Drivers often found themselves frustrated, as it barely managed steep inclines or carried substantial cargo, making it less than ideal for anyone in need of a reliable workhorse. It's a classic case of a vehicle that's perfect for zipping around town, but just doesn't have the chops for the heavy lifting. Number 9. The 1999 Isuzu Hombre, essentially a rebranded Chevrolet S10, encountered its fair share of criticism, especially when it came to power output from its 2.2 Li4 engine. While the Hombre aimed to provide a compact truck option, many drivers quickly discovered that the engine fell short in torque and overall performance, limiting its ability to tackle tasks like towing and hauling. Acceleration often felt sluggish, especially when the truck was loaded up, leaving users frustrated and wanting more from their pickup. On inclines and during highway merges, the engine struggled to keep up, making it clear that it wasn't built for demanding jobs. Although the Hombre boasted decent build quality and a practical design, its power issues mirrored those of the S10, which made it less appealing to anyone in search of a reliable work vehicle. Overall, while the Isuzu Hombre had potential as a compact truck, its performance shortcomings ultimately hampered its competitiveness in a market that demanded more from its pickups. It's a classic example of a vehicle that looked the part, but just didn't deliver when it counted. Number 8. The 1999 GMC Sonoma, equipped with a 2.2 Li4 engine, often left drivers feeling a bit let down due to its lackluster performance. While this compact pickup offered practicality for daily errands, the engine struggled to deliver the power needed for smooth acceleration and effective load carrying. This left many drivers frustrated, especially when the truck was fully loaded. When tackling steep hills or trying to merge onto highways, the Sonoma's lack of torque became painfully obvious, making those maneuvers feel like an uphill battle. The overall driving experience felt uninspiring, especially when compared to competitors boasting more powerful engine options. In a world where performance matters, the Sonoma's shortcomings made it hard for many to appreciate its otherwise practical design. It's a classic case of a truck that just didn't pack the punch it needed to keep up with the competition. Number 7, the 1990. Mitsubishi Mighty Max, equipped with a 2.4 LN4 engine, earned a reputation for being underpowered and lacking towing capacity, which seriously hampered its effectiveness as a pickup truck. Sure, it had a compact design that made it easy to maneuver in tight spots, but when it came to performance, the engine struggled, especially under the weight of cargo or when towing trailers. Drivers often experienced sluggish acceleration, particularly on hills or when fully loaded, leading to plenty of frustration during daily drives. With limited torque, the Mighty Max found it tough to tackle heavier tasks, and its towing capacity simply couldn't compete with other options on the market. For those looking for a reliable workhorse, this shortcoming was a major letdown. In the end, while the Mighty Max had its strengths, its power issues left many wishing for a bit more muscle under the hood. Number 6, the 2015 Chevrolet Colorado, featuring a 2.5 Li4 engine, often drew criticism for its performance, leaving many drivers feeling a bit underwhelmed. While the Colorado was celebrated for its stylish design, comfortable interior, and a range of handy features, the four-cylinder engine just couldn't keep up with expectations. Acceleration often felt sluggish, particularly when the truck was loaded down with cargo, making everyday driving feel like a chore. Many drivers noted that the engine struggled to deliver the torque needed for those steeper inclines or quick highway merges, which only added to the frustration. In a competitive market filled with trucks boasting more powerful engine options, the Colorado sometimes felt less capable than its rivals. Overall, while it had plenty of great qualities, the Colorado's performance issues left some wishing for a little more muscle under the hood. Number 5, the 1983 Toyota Tacoma, equipped with a 2.4 Li4 engine, was well regarded for its reliability but faced significant performance issues. While it was known for its durability and ability to withstand the test of time, the engine's modest power output made it painfully slow, particularly during acceleration. Despite its compact size and good fuel efficiency, the Tacoma's performance limitations meant that it wasn't the best choice for those needing a robust truck for serious work. Overall, while the 1983 Tacoma earned a reputation for reliability, its engine shortcomings ultimately restricted its utility and appeal in the truck market. Number 4. The 2005 Nissan Frontier, powered by a 2.5 Li4 engine, was often criticized for being underpowered, leaving drivers wanting more torque for towing and hauling. While the Frontier offered a comfortable ride and practical features, the engine struggled to deliver adequate performance, especially when faced with heavier loads or steep inclines. Despite its solid build quality and reputation for reliability, the performance limitations of the 2.5 L14 engine ultimately diminished the Frontier's appeal for those seeking a capable midsize truck. Many potential buyers opted for models with larger engines that provided the necessary power for their needs, highlighting the Frontier's shortcomings in a competitive market. Number 3. The 2005 Dodge Dakota equipped with a 3.7L V6 engine was often seen as a lackluster option in the midsize truck segment. While the Dakota offered a spacious interior and a rugged design, the engine struggled to provide the power expected for a truck of its size. Many drivers found that acceleration was sluggish, particularly when the truck was loaded, leading to frustrations in both daily driving and towing situations. The lack of torque limited its effectiveness for hauling heavy loads or tackling steep inclines, making it less appealing for those who needed a dependable workhorse. Additionally, compared to competitors with more powerful V6 or V8 options, the Dakota's performance felt inadequate, which influenced many buyers to look elsewhere for a more capable truck. Number 2. The 1993 Ford Ranger, powered by a 2.3 Li4 engine, often felt more like a car than a true truck due to its low power output. While the Ranger was compact and easy to maneuver, the engine struggled to deliver the performance expected from a pickup, resulting in sluggish acceleration and limited towing capacity. Drivers found that the lack of torque made it challenging to handle heavier loads, and the Ranger felt underwhelming on highways or steep inclines. This performance deficiency diminished the truck's utility, making it less suitable for those needing a reliable work vehicle. Despite its practicality and decent fuel efficiency, the 2.3 L4 engine left many drivers wanting more power for both everyday driving and heavier tasks. Overall, while the 1993 Ranger had its strengths, the engine's limitations contributed to a perception of it as more of a car-like option in the compact truck market. Number 1. The 2000 Chevrolet S10, equipped with a 2.2 Li4 engine, was often criticized for its weak performance, particularly when it came to hauling loads. The engine struggled to provide sufficient power and torque, making it difficult to manage even modest cargo, which frustrated drivers looking for a capable compact truck. Despite its compact size and decent fuel efficiency, the S10's engine limitations significantly impacted its utility and overall appeal in the competitive compact truck market. Many buyers ultimately sought out alternatives with more powerful engine options to fulfill their needs for a robust work vehicle. Which one is the silliest for you? Share your history, I would love to hear that. See you!